Well, I beat Witcher 2 the other day, and this game, it's like Mass Effect. It allows you to import your saves from Witcher 2 into Witcher 3 to change your story. And so since I had just started it, I figured now would be a really good time just to restart it again using my Witcher 2 import save, so that things I chose to do in Witcher 2 can affect the outcome in this one. Like, for instance, Letho. I didn't kill Letho. I probably pissed off Vernon Roach. I probably pissed off Philippa Eilhart. So I did a bunch of things in that game that should affect this playthrough a little more. Let me go and jump in here and get back into The Witcher. I love The Witcher, guys. I've been so into it, right? Like for the past year and a half now, maybe, you know? Let's pop open my chat on this thing. Sometimes it frees up. Oh, there we go. I knew I had some people here. I see Marky and Patch Nuggets. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, playing some Witcher. I finished my Witcher 2 game the other day, and you know what? It was amazing. It explained so much. So I'm going to summarize Witcher 2's story really quick because it leads into where we're at right here. In Witcher 2, you're hanging out with King Foltest. He is the leader of no, I forget which army he is. He's the leader of an army, and he gets assassinated in front of you, and the assassin gets away, and it looks like you committed the murder, and so you get arrested. But then you talk to Vernon Roach, and he says, listen, I don't think you committed the murder, but they want your blood. If I let you out, you have to help me find out who the assassin is. So it's like, okay. So he lets you out, and you go on this adventure through the whole world, and in the end, you discover that the assassin is another Witcher like you, that before you lost your memory, you and him used to be friends, not like close friends, but you saved his life at one point, and that he's not really your enemy. He was hired by Nilfgaard, which is this army, to start assassinating kings in the north so that they can create enough political distrust, because they know that the northern realms are a bunch of small scattered nations that will argue with each other, that if they start killing kings, the infighting would begin and it would allow a Nilfgaardian invasion. A sorceress coincidentally is like, hey, I want to kill this one king, can you help me? And he's like, fucking perfect. And so he kills that king, uses her resources to find other kings, and kills 3 kings, and that creates enough chaos that at the end of Witcher 2, Nilfgaard is ready to invade. Witcher 3, here we are. This used to be Temeria, and it has been invaded by Nilfgaard forces, and that sets up the whole scenario in this game. I mean, I knew they would connect, but I love how much they connected. You know what I mean? Oh, let's leave White Orchard. Let's expand our game to something more exciting than being in here. How about that? How about that? Let's get past level 2, okay? We'll get past level 2. All right, so let's get out of this town. So what I'm doing with today's stream, I'm going to try this instead, right? Here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to go and I'm going to take these live streams, and instead of just letting the live stream upload, I'm going to instead record the live stream and edit into a video that's more to the point, so you guys don't have to watch I don't know, some of the smaller bullshit and things like that. I don't know. What do you guys think about that idea? I'm gonna give it a try. We'll see if it's worth it. Okay, let's go in here and let's talk to Vesemir. Hey, Vesemir, what's everyone standing up for? What's these bandits standing up for?
Come to Pappy.
All right, Vesemir, you ready to go?
Yennefer's in Vizima.
Oh, I failed a quest. That's fine.
Few friends there, so something wrong. Look around. Trouble brewing.
I remember I said there's a lot of people in here. Then it's time to go, or are we going to get involved? It's time to go, or are we going to get involved? What do you guys think? Are we getting involved, or are we going? Here's my logic. Getting involved, we might save somebody, but in killing these guys, the way this game works, we might cut off an option in the future of something that we could do that we no longer can do. What I think, though, Mr. Bacon, is you should get involved with Project Zomboid. Multiplayer or Kenshi single player? What the fuck? What is that? What is that? That's not an answer, Marky. That's not an answer, Marky. That's not an answer. It's not an answer, Marky. What kind of answer is that? Right now we have 1 vote, and it's L. So this is an L-ocracy. A Bennedarchy who will run this entire decision-making process. Vote time to go. That's 2 to go against Marky's vote for play a different game that you've never played. All right, we're going.
Time we were on our way.
I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go.
They don't let you have sex with Vesemir.
We should stay out of it. Just this once.
Yeah, Garrett, let's go. Unless she expresses she wants help, then I'll help.
What happened to the lilies?
Oh no.
Down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
This is gonna be bad. She's a nice lady.
Show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
That's so not fair.
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it?
Whoa.
If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to
Let
my sister
go!
attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt!
Ah.
Leave me be!
Yeah, now we're getting involved. Fucking.
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off. You all right?
They say witches steal young'uns.
I guess you get involved no matter what.
What the Emperor promised you, freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere.
Oh, you're going.
And neither are you.
They won't back down now.
I can see that.
Yeah. Looks like I'm murdering a whole inn. You see where it's a little overkill? Geralt, you know?
It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
I don't know why you'd offer her a hand. She's the one that smashed the lady's head down, and those are her friends.
God save us!
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
Oh, yeah. So I guess there is no way to come across this inn without this
Much for not getting involved.
going down bad. These don't smell like nothing.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Oh, I know you. He smelled her. Did you see that?
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you.
He hasn't seen her since he lost his
I
memory
might have
and
waited
technically
until you
died.
Found me, but well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
He doesn't have blood on him right now, though.
Wasn't expecting to see you.
See that?
To be honest.
Yeah, lilacs and gooseberries, exactly, Marky.
Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
This is how long it's been since Geralt's seen her. Geralt dies at the end of the Witcher book. Spoiler warning. Technically, the Witcher 1 picks up after he dies, and at that time, the Wild Hunt appeared, and the Wild Hunt intervened in some way that led to a circumstance where Geralt ended up offering his life in exchange for Yennefer's, and he spent time with the Wild Hunt going through on their crusade with them for some time while she was back here being nursed back to health by Letho and the Witchers from the house of the Viper School, I think it is. Geralt has amnesia the whole time and spends the entirety of The Witcher 1 and The Witcher 2 recovering his memories. He doesn't even remember who Yennefer is until about 2/3 the way through Witcher 2, and that's where he ends up here, as much as I know. I've been explained in something that I haven't read, though, you know what I mean? She's just mighty moist and red lips. That's not lipstick. She's been making out heavily with someone before she got there. Probably, honestly, there's a good chance.
Or as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse.
I didn't, though I could have.
What's with the Godfather reference? There are intentional references to our world in this world because this world it used to be Earth, And around the year 1200, there was a magical thing that called the conjunction of the sphere through like interdimensional planar stuff. Two worlds melded together and allowed monsters from their world and our world to turn into a new world. And that's where everybody lives. So anything that happened before 1200 exists. So like the Bible exists. They call it the good book, you know? But stuff after that doesn't exist, like the Godfather. So when they do stuff like that, I'm like,
Just the beginning. But then...
That's the Wild Hunt. Those are elves from the other world that we conjoined with. They know how to come over manually on their own. And so they come over looking for whatever their goal is. They exist outside of time and reality. They're a really cool idea. Vizima, capital of occupied Temeria. It used to be Temeria, a country in the north. They were the Temerian lilies. See the walls right there, the blue and the yellow? Those are Temerian lilies. So you can see that this used to be their old decoration being occupied by the Nilfgaardians who wear black. Do you see that? That's genius decoration. That blue and gold is the old wall that they couldn't get rid of when they moved in. That's good attention to detail.
Give me your cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all.
Ooh, shiny Geralt. Look at that bite he has on his shoulder. Right next to where the wording is. You can see something like bit just right here. Like human-sized teeth too. They say that each scar has been documented, and I'm wondering if these are the scars that he has acquired over the stories, or if they just say that for fun. It'd be really cool if each one was literally from a different story, you know what I mean?
The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
I'm not a bore, but he's going to make me do it. But I'm going to say it because I want to go through the trouble of it, because I like those kinds of interactions.
Not some bore. I know how to bow.
Please, demonstrate. Bow to a whore on a street corner.
Huh?
Not to the Emperor of Nilfgaard. Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest.
I like that. That's funny. I think it's left leg forward, right hand on chest, because right leg forward, left hand on chest would make, I think it was his left arm that was out and up with the palm flat down, which would make the right hand on the chest.
Lacking fluidity and grace, but we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me.
All right.
Emir var Emreis.
I'm almost tempted to not do it. Don't bow. Don't bow. Don't bow. I'm gonna bow. I'm gonna bow. I'm gonna bow. I almost wanted to pick a fight. You know what I mean?
Your Imperial Majesty.
He knows Geralt hates him, and he hates Geralt back. They have history. They have history. That's enough.
I thought you bowed before no man.
Didn't want to disappoint the Chamberlain. We're friends.
I love Geralt's sense of humor. I really like it a lot.
Silence. My daughter Cirilla. She's returned. And she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
That's Ciri he's talking about. That's the girl from the Witcher series. So this is exactly the characters from the Witcher series talking about. That's her, I guess she's a child in that painting?
Are you sure? Ciri left. Went far, far away.
Do you believe I'd drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor?
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
Oh,
I had forgotten how
oh,
insolent
dude, that takes some balls.
I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire, in fact. Yennefer will do that after the audience.
All right, let's see. Why me? She's bad. Why me?
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
So tell me why you're looking for
Look
her.
how unhappy she is in the
About
painting.
making up for...
Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless. If for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
I like that painting in the background. Look, she's all dressed up in clothes that barely fit her, but they're frilly like a birthday cake, and she is so fucking unhappy to be dressed that way. I hate this. It's stupid. All right, so yeah, I'm only doing this for Ciri because Ciri is kind of like his daughter in a way. It's like Geralt's daughter in a way, so he's gonna do this.
Save your generosity for those whose homes your armies have razed. I'll do it for Ciri, not for your gold.
I love that framing, you know, the light on one side of the candle and those books behind him, that desk and that big room. It really makes him look like an important man. I just love this universe. Look at that mural or fresco above the door. Do you see that up there? Isn't that amazing? I mean, it's just such a little detail that you'd otherwise walk by. And then again, we're back to when I was talking about how this used to be Temeria and how you have the blue stain with the yellow cornflower on it. They're the Temerian lilies, and that's their colors, the blue and the gold. And so this is the Nilfgaardian armies who have the black taking over and occupying the Temerian castle. And they remember to have the decorations reflect that, you know? Charles Dance's voice is unmistakable. Yep. Yep. Morin. What up, man?
Mind if I interrupt?
Why not join in?
He was talking about Toussaint there just for a second. That's interesting.
How difficult it is to preserve.
Toussaint was a neutral land, but has surrendered itself in exchange for to the army of Nilfgaard. It surrendered its fealty to the king in exchange to be run as an independent duchy with the Duchess in charge there, and that's the way it's run. So they did surrender themselves, but in like a bloodless takeover sort of way. So they do remain independent, but not. And so that's what they were discussing right now, which is interesting. I love this universe they have made in this. It's so cool, man. I know a bit about that. It's difficult.
Know a thing or two about that.
Care to explain?
Never changes. I try to stay out of things, stand aside. Then comes an urgent summons, and an offer I can't refuse. Enough about that. Mind if we change the subject?
Huh. That was weird. They seem to listen but not respond. You know what I mean?
So, talk to the Emperor.
Why did he summon you?
So not even you know.
No. But I wager it's an ordinary witch's contract.
Mm-hmm. Some werebubs.
Werebubs. I like how he said that.
Some werebubs.
Marky, you know, I didn't know this, and I learned this the other day. He naturally grows out a beard as time passes in this game. I always assumed that at some point, it's like, oh, I guess I went to a barber and chose a beard, which you can do. I can go to a barber and be like, I'd like a beard, please, and it'll just go on there. Never did I realize that I just kept playing and it grew in, and there it is. But if I don't do anything and we let the game run, he will have a beard over time. Isn't that fucking cool? Hey, Yennefer.
Geralt.
I didn't expect to bump into you.
You look positively smashing.
Yeah, I know.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to.
Yeah, I know.
Now do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
Mm-hmm. And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Longest wasn't very long and it doesn't take long effort, but if you want to stay clean shaven, it takes effort. Yeah, I know.
Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
You know, I played a lot of RPGs. And honestly, it's such a small detail, but I don't think I've ever played one that grew your beard out over time. You know? I mean, if you have, which one is it? Because I don't think I've ever seen that. Like as an actual function of time passing in the game, like a weather or a day and night cycle, like that. Not like, oh, in the second chapter you got a longer beard. You know what I mean? I like how it keeps going back and forth between these two pictures. Hold on, I'm gonna watch this for a minute. Like Geralt really has to think about this. Like, oh, wait, I think I know her. She looks familiar. Does it grow in Fable over time?
How about that? She's grown up.
Oh, RDR2 does? Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if it grew in that or not.
I've spent months.
But it's a rare bunch of games, though. You know what I mean? It's not like a common thing.
Haruspicy, geomancy, anything really.
Like the Mass Effects didn't, the Dragon Ages didn't, the Elder Scrolls didn't. You know what I mean? Those are big hitters. That's what I mean. You know, this whole episode has been almost nothing but talking, except for those villagers I murdered in that inn. Before we part, why did you contact me earlier? Yeah, why not? Let's ask her that.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me?
I can have 20 different kind of hats and shave my nose like a dick, but I can't have a beard. Fuck this game.
I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse?
Geralt dies at the end of Witcher. I'm sorry. Geralt dies at the end of the Witcher books. Him and Yennefer get killed by a mob in a fucking town. He gets stabbed in the gut by a pitchfork of a kid that he doesn't suspect is trying to kill him. And then she is surrounded by the town, and you assume she's going to die. All that is gone, and then he loses his fucking memory. Witcher 2, it starts off very much like the way this game started off. You know, this one starts off and he's in the bathtub, and Yennefer's like naked, like brushing her hair or whatever. Witcher 2 starts off, he's in bed with Triss, and they're nude together, and they've been lovers for a while. About halfway through the game, you start to regain your memory, and you learn that Yennefer was so important to you that you had gave up your life for her, even though you only barely remember who she is. And so right now when Yennefer's like, don't be mad if I'm jealous, it's like, well, I lost my fucking memory and you weren't around. How am I supposed to be in love with you? You know what I mean? How am I supposed to be in love with you? That's crazy. So my Witcher 2 game, though, here's where it might change this one. My Witcher 2 game, halfway through, when I learned that I loved Yennefer, I completely started severing my character from Triss. I started making decisions that upset her a little more. I started choosing factions that weren't aligned with her factions. And so I suspect when I enter into this game, she's going to be a little soured on me. At the end, I even saved Yervith, the head of the Scoia'tael, which is like an elven rebel army that is very much aligned against the sorcerers in a lot of ways at that point. I help him in front of her, and she gives you a face like, you know. So like in this game, my guess is Triss is going to be a lot colder to me than she would be in the default setting of the game, which should be pretty cool, you know. Should be pretty cool. I think it's right here. There she goes. She's taking a portal out of here. Apparently portals are very, very easy spells for most sorcerers to pull off. If this guy is a unique card to earn, I want to make sure I get it. I love Gwent. Okay, so when you play the cards, you know, of course, the leaders, I have two leaders to choose from. There's this one, which I can pick an impenetrable fog card from your deck and play it instantly. Or I can pick a clear weather, which undoes all negative effects to both sides randomly. So I like this leader much better as a response. I'm gonna use 2 Biting Frosts. I do not have extra characters to swap in and out. You see this? Everyone is like level 1 and strength 1, strength 2. I already have my strong ones in the group here. Everyone is like 4 and up, and then he's level 1, but he boosts people in his row. So if I put him in a row, all the people next to him will get +1 to their strength. So he's also very, very helpful, you know? I have 3 of him actually. That's a lot. Fog for this guy, to be honest. Hey Neil, what up? Why do you say fog for this guy? Oh, you're such an asshole. Oh, so what my tactics are. Here's what I do, Marky. I use Biting Frost, which turns all cards that are in the front row to 1 point. And then I make sure to stack my deck with cards that take up the back and middle row instead. I have a few that are in front row because I have no option. I have to fill up my deck, you know what I mean? But that's my negative attack is that, and then my defense is to do this, which will wipe away all negative effects. And then the tactics of round by round, obviously, like I've kind of got that down in my head where I will try to pile all of cards only in the middle row or only in the bottom row, saving the last row for the end. And if I have other cards in my deck, of course, I'm going to change my tactics some, you know. But so when it chooses, they show you your deck, and then you can change out 2 cards if you're dissatisfied with them. And so I'm going to change out this one because this one, you play it on your enemy side, but you draw 2 cards. So it's sort of useful, but I don't want to give him a level 5. I give myself a level 5. That's much, much better. He's a 1 point that will give people in the back row an extra point. So he would turn to a 9, he turned to a 7, he turned to a 7 if they happen to be out at that moment. That's why I might swap him out, because he's a card that only works in conjunction with other cards, which if you ever played like a card game, that's like starting to wish for things that aren't likely to happen. Whereas I could just swap him out for, oh yeah, a level 4 character. There you go. Okay, so he's going to start with his front row. Whenever I like to start, I don't like to put out the big cards first, because if he put it out, it makes him put out his big cards first, and then you're in an arms race. If you put out little cards and he thinks he's winning, a lot of times he'll crap out real quick, you know? So I'm going to put one of these guys out, but not him. See how they both have that little hand right here? That means that if they're both out at the same time, they both turn into 8 instead of 4. So that turns into 16 points a character instead of 8 points a character once they both exist. But I'm not going to let him know I got both. I'm going to put one out now. Whoop. And then I'll put him out next, making him think I don't have another one. You know what I mean? Oh, he's got a lot of the same, like, possibilities going on here, too. So, oh, not that guy. No. Oh, yeah, actually, that's fine. That's fine. Whoop. Dude, this is frightening. See how he's got all these little handshakes out here? Oh. Okay, so there's a card that kills, like a destroy card called Scorch. And the way Scorch works, it kills all characters on the board that share the highest strength total. So like right now, if he put it out, it would kill this guy, right? And if he put a second one out, it would kill both these guys. And so part of your tactic that you're doing is trying to run cards that aren't being too vulnerable. Like if I put out like all 3 of these 6s at the same time and he did it, I would lose 18 points all at once. You know what I mean? And so if he didn't have this 5 out, what I would definitely do right now is put up this 5. So if he played a Scorch, I would lose 5 instead of 8. Do you see what I'm saying? Bally next to pass. No. You don't pass yet, otherwise you lose the round. And whoever gets the 2 rounds first wins. If I win a round, I draw an extra card next round. So I have to stay ahead on the win thing with this deck. There are decks that allow you to kind of play more of a defensive structure where you're allowed to lose a little bit. But the this deck, I have to win if I want to take advantage of the Northern Realms deck bonus. So I got to win this round. So I'm going with this. So I got 13. He's got 10 out. He's going to double his row. So he's at 20. I'm going to put out a 4, making him think that I don't have enough. He's probably going to pass now. Son of a shit, pass. He looked at 3 random cards. Asshole. All right, fine. I'm going to play my Biting Frost now. That's going to turn my guy to 1, but all of his guys to 2 because he's got a doubler on there. So he's down to 6. I'm at 14. I wanted to save that card for a little later. I might as well put him out because he's kind of useless. Otherwise, honestly, he's kind of useless. Son of a fuck. So the last one I'm going to put out is this. I'm going to climb in strength, you know? And here's the thing. He has 4 cards left. I have 4 cards left. If I win this, I draw an extra card. So even if I use every single card, I will force him to use almost every card or every card. I'll still draw one. So it is kind of risky, but worth it to dive in a little bit deeper when you're using the Northern Realms decks. Just because that's its reward. There are other decks where there are rewards that straight up that are different, but like that's the reward for this one. So we're going for it. You use another card. Oh, you fucking fuck. He got me. He got me, man. He got me. I can't put out any more because look at that. Yeah, I got to dominate the second one and hope to get a card draw on the third then. He wins that round. He had that that clear weather card. So he has 2 cards left. Hopefully the garbage. Ha! He has nothing. He has no creatures. So I win this. Look at this. I could put this out. He might have another Scorch card. Okay. He is out of cards. I need to put a card out to win the round. And now, I don't know if it lets me draw a card or not. Yes! He has 0 cards. I have 1 card. I got so lucky with this win. I got so lucky with this win. All right. That was still cool, though. All right. And I received 10 crowns and full test. So that's why you want to win these. Every character that can play Gwent against you has the possibility of earning a card from them. And certain characters that are in areas you don't go back to over and over again, like this castle courtyard, I don't think we ever come back to, you have 1 shot to get the card from him. Now I got a Fultist card. Let's look what it is, because the Fultist card is a good fucking card. Oh, it's a different leader card, I think. Yeah, I got this one. This one. Okay, so Fultist Siege Master. This is a deck ability, so this will exist. It's not a card you play. It's a leader you choose. Doubles the strength of all your siege units unless a commander's horn is also present in that row. So he has an ability that if you activate it, everything in the bottom row, the catapults and shit, those all get double strength. Now the catapults are the strongest row. Almost everything in that row is 6s and 8s. They're really powerful. That's a nice ability to just dump on somebody. That's pretty good. In fact, that's really good. What's going on over here? Oh, look what they're doing. Remember, this is an invading army in someone else's castle. So they're obviously removing the Temerian lilies. Oh, what a nice touch.
What now?
You're destroying art. Jerks. Ooh, a new land. How good. Bellin, Northern Temeria, 5 days later. That's a cool looking tree, man. I know there's a lot of games with hanging trees, but just the shape of that one and how the bodies are like at all those different heights is just really kind of spooky looking. I love it. Let's do the marker, the notice board. Every town has a notice board and they always have the local complaints, but usually missions also. Like this one's a mission, but these are just random complaints, which I like to read because I think they're very fun. To whomever has eyes to read, the other day our Falibor died. With no means to bury him properly. Not a white shirt in the house, nor cloth for a shroud, nor planks for a coffin. If there's aught you can spare, help please. If we don't send him off to next world proper like, he'll haunt us in revenge, Nasi. Yeah, that's fun. So they don't have money to help bury, please help. This one, a plea, kind folk, for lack of a better fare. I talk like the last guy. For lack of a better fare, I fed my young'uns pancakes made of ground acorn. Oh, the poor tykes have lain on the straw for 3 days since. Their bellies growling something awful. Getting sick and crying without end. If you know how to help, come to me hut. I've not given return but a warm word and a prayer of thanks. She fed her kids acorn pancakes because she didn't have food. They're in a war. They're invaded. You know, there's the signs of what's going around here. You don't really get XP from combat, do you? Do you? I'm trying to remember. In Witcher 2, you do. I think you do, but not a lot. Wait, you do. You do, because there are XP grind bugs that have to do with shooting spawn locations of drowners. Because they die really easily to crossbows. Yeah, so yeah, you do. Consider yourself informed. Every man with a producing milk cow is obliged to bring it to Crow's Perch before the week's end. After that, we find a cow in any man's yard. We'll give him 50 lashes on the spot. The man, not the cow. And take all of the goods of his wife we can carry. Of his wife. of his we can carry. And reporting a man hiding a cow will get a sack of grain as a reward. Wow. From the innkeep. You buy your drinks at the inn at the crossroads with no regret crowns. We take no other coin. We don't do tabs. No exchanges save for eat nor drink. If anyone doesn't like that, they can go rut for acorns. There's that acorn thing again. Guide wanted. I'm in need of a man to guide me and my family across the Pontar. 5 of us in all. Me, my wife, 3 young'uns. But they's calm. Not the crying or yelling sort. Won't give us away to the soldiers. I'm not rich, but whatever I've got, I'll give. In fact, I'll take on debt, go in someone's service, anything, long as it gets me out of Velen. Please, someone hear my plea, Radost. Poor Radost. And then this is the contract. There's a mission. Missing wife. Good people, take pity. Oh, wait, it's a man. Good people, take pity and hear my plea. My wife, Anna, she's missing. A few days ago, she went to the woods, has not yet returned. I'm near out my wits with worry and will pay any price to the man who brings her back to me, or at least tells me what to look for. Nealon Hunter from Blackbow. Poor guy. Wild at Heart. Oh, that's a good movie. I can open this. Just art it open.
Maybe I should send you down to the creek.
Thank you. Oh. Really? If there's a cow downstairs, I'm gonna giggle. Oh, just a nice little... A crossbow, hunting gauntlets, 2 wine stones. Oh, and some nice bolts, master bolts. A manuscript page for enhanced cat. That is great. Cat is a potion that lets you see in the dark. It's night vision. It's a night vision potion. An enhanced version is just one that lasts longer, basically. And so now, if I really want, I can make an enhanced cat, which I don't even think I've made regular cat yet. But I think I need to make regular cat before I can make enhanced cat. Yeah, there's a regular cat, and there's enhanced cat, which I believe takes the original cat potion as one of its ingredients, so you like upgrade the old one, you know? Let's make the necrophage oil, the hangman's venom. Necrophage is good for undead creatures, like zombie type of creatures, you know? Hangman's venom is good against humans. Beast oil is the larger, obvious beasts, you know what I mean? Wyverns and shit like that. Go to the inn at the crossroads. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm stealing stuff from these poor people. Hey, let me out of the thing already. There we go. This is a door? Yeah. Like, do I live in a box now? Pardon me. An empty bottle. Lesser. Okay, so runestones are enhancements for your swords. You plug them to your sword, they give you a sword, like, you know, bonuses to critical hits or burning or parry, shit like that, you know what I mean? A diagram for Hunter's Gauntlets, I don't want them. I have found like 7 Hunter's Gauntlets already, and I'm only level 3. A Wraith Decoction, another torn out page for it, cool. A Vicovaro Blade, which is a nice sword, I believe. A Silver Ingot, and Optimum Matter. Although, to be honest, most crafting items I end up just using to sell. There are certain things that I obviously chase when I want to build, but overall, 95% of the items you collect for crafting, like in my experience, you'll never even like figure out a reason to use them, you know? Only the items that are like necessary for like certain like Witcher swords and obviously like certain potions and you know, shit like that. But what's with these broken rakes? God, your guys' village sucks.
Whoa!
Oh.
Go, go.
Oh. Okay. The guards told me to go away, but the guard said, what are you doing? He's praying, go away. And he says, don't tell people they can't come and approach. Now, the Priest of the Eternal Fire is a group that believes in burning witches to death, so he really isn't my buddy.
Rejoice, for even a creature as depraved and base in nature as you can serve the glory of the eternal fire.
Uh-huh.
Someone must see to the corpses on the battlefield. Necrophages defile those not already rotten.
He sounds a little bit like Alan Rickman. I know it's not him.
Not right.
I'm saying the guy doing the voice sounds a little like him, you know?
The day.
A handsomely profitable one, I might add. I know your kind don't work for free.
He has that ha in his voice, like that Rickman can get sometimes. Yeah, I'll do it. This is a good deed.
This will count amongst your merits. The more good one works in life, the more hallowed things are. Yes, splendid. Here are the holy oils. Dash generously and set alight, understood?
Burn the bodies in the
Flare
field.
up to the sky, for the glory of the eternal fire and all that.
Once I've incinerated the bodies, where'll I find you?
I shall be near the bridge to Novigrad.
That guy chose death with the first thing he said. Yeah, I like his voiceover. Like I said, he sounds a little like what's his face, Alan Rickman. He starts his sentences with that "nya" sound. Look at that. That's remember the griffin we fought? That's its head. Well, let's take a look at. He's got a hook going through his cheek and coming out his eye right there. Trophies give you bonuses to shit. You know, like +2 to gold, stuff like that. You know, burn the bodies. No, I'm burning. I'm not burning what's going on over there? Oh. I see it. Come here, you.
Yeah, sure stinks like a masquerade.
Oh, a level 6.
The holy oils. Hope they burn well.
And dogs.
Bastard.
Good. Good. The dogs surrounded the fucking rot fiend as he's blowing up. Rot fiends, when they die, they start grabbing their throat, like, and then their heads blow up, and they put out a poisonous gas that hurts the fuck out of you if you're nearby. So that's why when he started like getting close to dying, you literally saw me kind of like start to back off. I was anticipating that. Oh, these are the bodies.
Now for a shot of Igni.
No. How nice. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, shit. You heard that?
Go.
Over there. Hey, bud. Hey, John Verdun.
Unbind me before the next ones come.
When they come, I'll tend to them. Meanwhile, let's you and me chat. Like to know who I'm untying.
Why are you tied up, my buddy?
John Verdun. Served in the 10th Maribor Division.
Long way from your army.
My army don't exist no more. Black One smashed it to bits. I scarpered off into the woods just before that happened. Joined a group of refugees. Fucking bursting with patriotism they were. Soon as they learned I'd abandoned Temeria in her hour of need, they beat me down. Tied me up like a turkey, left me to the drowners.
He literally has the same accent as Vernon Roach.
Tied me up like a turkey, left me to the drowners. A regular son of a whore.
I never realized that the voice actors are doing accents from regions that their characters are from. I mean, I knew that the Nilfgaards were, but I didn't realize the other lowlanders were like the Temerians and shit. The Skelligar, I suppose. I mean, wow. That's just cool. That's just cool. You know what I mean? I'll untie you.
Fine. I'll help.
Oh, thanks. For a minute there, I was almost sure you'd leave me to die.
Nah, you got wrapped in politics. It's fine. I don't give a fuck.
I'd like to thank you somehow, but I've not a chip crown to my name.
Tough. I'll take the loss.
Thanks, Witcher. May you prosper on the path.
Yeah, he's probably a bad guy. I probably shouldn't have let him go, but I really didn't. I'm not here to fucking help murder some dudes, you know? I don't give a shit that he abandoned an army. I really don't care. I don't think Geralt is a nationalist. In my brain, I picture him as above that. Like, he's been around the world so long that he knows nations will come and nations will go. And he doesn't want to get involved in that kind of stuff. You know? So, I don't know. Maybe it was wrong that I let him go.
Run for your lives!
Strangers come and run for your lives. Look at this character. I've never seen a character with a shepherd's staff in this.
The bastards won't have her!
Maybe I have.
Be gone! This has not...
Wow, that guy is afraid of fucking strangers and stuff. The whole town really shut. Look, he closed his door as soon as I enter town. He's hiding his daughter in the basement or some shit like that, you know? But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I love The Witcher. I'll play another again really soon. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for joining. If you had a good time, hit like, drop a buck in the bucket. I will see you all in the next stream. But other than that, you know, have yourselves a good night, okay? Okay, get the fuck out of here.